What's up, guys? It is Rob from Movie Review Time, and I'm back with another movie review. And I'm here to tell you, if you ever think about going into the woods to go hiking, don't do it. Stay home where it's safe, because there's a new killer in town called the Hiker. And he's the Michael Myers of the woods. He sits there and he stares at you from afar. He wears these sunglasses. His are cooler though. He's got like a red tint. It almost looks like red eyes looking at you. He wears a hood and a cap. Don't come face to face with him. Anyway, I just saw a movie that I've been wanting to watch for a while. Just never got around to it. Came out in 2017, in December, I believe, in the USA. And it's getting a 78% on Rotten Tomatoes. I don't care about Rotten Tomatoes. Who gives a shit? But the movie interested me because when I saw the trailer, I'm like, you know what? This reminds me of an 80s horror film in the woods with awesome music. And the movie I'm talking about is Desolation. I have it here on DVD. You can also watch it on Netflix right now. Directed by Sam Patton. You have Jamie Page, Toby Nichols, Claude Duhamel. It says, a great reminder to me that camping is just something I never need to do in my life, ever. And the Daily Dead said that. And it's true. This movie is I want to say, a simple idea of a person stalking somebody in the forest. Just like if someone were to stalk somebody out in a neighborhood or at a grocery store or anywhere. It was put out by IFC Entertainment, or IFC Midnight, sorry, IFC Midnight. And it's also a Scream Factory release. But it's basically about, you have this mother and son who are venturing out into the wilderness to spread the ashes of the father who died. He got sick and of course was cremated, and now they're gonna spread the ashes on top of the mountain. They're gonna spread them all over, which they actually do. And also joining them is her best friend. The main girl, played by Jamie Page, is named Abby, and her best friend Jen. There's a lot of chemistry there between them. I do like the characters in this movie. But it's just them three, and they're being stalked by this guy who's on the cover right there. Just this simple looking guy. He walks with this huge stick. And he's got, like I said, he's got these cool sunglasses that just makes him look, I don't know, it makes him look creepy but awesome at the same time. This movie did remind me of an old school horror film. I mean, the music is fantastic. I love the soundtrack. There's some really cool faraway shots. And like I said, he reminds me of Michael Myers but in the woods. The boy is sitting there by the lake, and he looks over, and way down, like I would say, the lake is pretty big, but halfway down the lake, on the shore, there's this guy standing there. He's just standing there. And the camera, I mean, it's the faraway shot, but then they zoom. The next shot is the boy, and he's kind of just like, what? Like, he's looking at him. Then the next shot is like zoomed closer, so you could tell that it was him. But the faraway shot's pretty awesome. Like, he's just standing there with the stick, and the boy, all of a sudden, he's like this, like he like waves, and the guy he just doesn't wave. He just sits there and stares at him. And then the boy, I forgot what he does. He like looks away and to look at something, and he looks back, and the guy's gone. They do that a couple times. It's a horror movie cliche. What they usually do. Oh, someone's there, and then they're not. But the thing is, this guy is stalking them wherever they go. they'll sit there and they'll you know, be at the campground or whatever, they'll put up their tents, they'll make a fire. You know, one of the girls gets out to go pee. She has her flashlight, and the flashlight shines on the trees, and there he is. He's just standing there between the trees. Pretty creepy. I mean, it's simple, but I think it's effective. The acting in this, for me, goes back and forth. There are some cringe-worthy lines that they say in some cringe-worthy acting. But for a low-budget film like this, I mean, I'm okay with that. Not the whole movie isn't like that. I mean, there's some good dialogue. And what I like about this movie too is they don't fall for the stupid horror cliches that happen, where somebody gets, okay, like let's say there's a noise. You're in your tent. There's two tents. One tent is the mom and the son. The other tent is the best friend. It's late at night and you hear a strange song playing in the middle of the woods, and you don't know how that would even be possible because there's no one around you except for this guy. There's a strange, eerie music playing. The mom gets up. She's confused on what's going on. She's looking around. She makes sure her son's okay. And then instead of walking out like a dumbass to see what it is by herself, which would actually happen in today's world of horror movies, where some dumbass goes by themselves to see what's going on, to investigate the noise. But the mom actually tries to wake the best friend, like, hey, like instead of going to check what that noise is, she actually goes to check the best friend, and the best friend is not there. So there's a little bit of a Blair Witch moment here. She starts calling out her name. They keep, you know, they stay awake all night, and then it turns into morning. And, you know, they pretty much know that it was this guy who took her because there's no one else around. I like the acting between the best friend and the mom. They're, you know, I mean, they're best friends. They act like best friends. They sit there and they drink together. They actually smoked a joint together. But the back and forth conversations they have, it's just like any normal. I want to say the acting to me seemed normal at times. There were some times, like I said, it was cringeworthy, but it didn't feel as scripted, is what I'm trying to say. It didn't feel like they were just reading off a piece of paper to learn their lines. It actually felt like there was a lot of improv in their acting back and forth, the way they would laugh at certain things or, you know, talk about certain things that people would actually do. And I really liked that about the characters. The son I liked. He was, you know, he's kind of in a bad mood in a way because he didn't want to go on this trip, and he just lost his dad, and he doesn't like the way his mom's acting. But the kid actually, you know, as the movie progresses and learns about this guy that's stalking him, he actually, I want to say, takes responsibility for his own actions, and for, you know, he respects his mom. And he, you know, he kind of treats her, I want to say he treats her bad in the first half of this film because, you know, he has, they say in the movie that he didn't know that his dad was dying. He had to find out by a doctor's call. The mother couldn't even tell him. So he kind of resents her for that. But you see a whole change in him in the third act of the movie. And what I like about it too is that they kind of fight back at this guy. They figure out he's stalking them because everywhere they go, he is on their trail. Like, he's right there. He doesn't ever say anything. But when he's around, it's got that cool music. He has this backpack which is kind of locked, but you can tell that he keeps stuff in there. You know, like he'll like maybe take the rings off the girl, or like steal things off of them and keep them in this one backpack that he uses. Really, really cool film. Like, I really enjoyed it. I really did. Is it the greatest? No. But, I mean, for 2017, for a low-budget film, you know, some of these are hidden gems, and that's why I give independent films and, like, low-budget films a chance. Some of them can be better than some of these theatrical releases, and it's really sad that some of these films that are made so well and do, you know, really good, that they don't get more attention. They should be getting a lot more attention. And I feel like this one, if it went to the theaters, people probably would have thought it was just like maybe mediocre in a way. But because we've all, you know, seen movies about people in the woods who are getting stalked or people who are after them. I mean, they really ramped it up with the Wrong Turn series. You know, the Wrong Turn movies is basically that same kind of thing. The only thing is they're cannibals, or they're you know, deformed hillbillies, and you know, they're chasing after these people in the woods. We've seen it, but what I like about this is the character. I mean, this dude, who's just a simple guy. You don't need to go overboard with effects and make someone look deformed. You don't need to have any of that. All you need is someone like this, a simple guy that you would maybe see out in the woods who's creepy, and go from there. And that's all you need. And I thought they did a good job with that. Actually, I think that's where it succeeds. Yeah, so the killer, yeah, he wears these glasses, and there's a certain scene in here where the killer actually drops his glasses, and the boy actually gets the glasses like this, and the guy's like looking at him like, oh shit, and the boy breaks his glasses and throws it in the fire, and I'm like, oh, you're in trouble now, kid. You might as well kill yourself, because now he's pissed. The killer is pissed. I thought that was kind of funny. It's like Johnny Cage and his glasses. You know, those are $500 sunglasses, asshole. You know, like, then the killer actually pulls out a knife after he throws the glasses in the fire, and he's like, oh shit, like, you just ruined his glasses. Oh man, I can't think of what would have happened if he would have took his hat off his head. Oh my god. Anyway, oh, that was great. But yeah, it's just a simple story about them spreading ashes, and then they run into this guy, and that's basically what they have to do is survive. And they're not only surviving him, like, they have food in reserve, but that food is gone. So, you know, they're walking through the woods, and they're hungry, and they're following this map to get to this one campground, but they don't know if the campground is deserted. They don't know if people are there or not. Judging from this guy who's going around killing people, I would guess that there wouldn't be anybody at that campground. So, they have to deal with, you know, the laws of nature and you know, hunger and all that stuff. So it's not just you know, them trying to survive him. I like movies like this. I think this is a good one. I don't know. I don't know if there's even a Blu-ray release. I should get this on Blu-ray, but it's on Netflix if you want to check it out. I actually got this DVD really cheap. But yeah, I'd say definitely check this one out. It's decent. I think you would enjoy it. And yeah, that's my review. If I had to rate this movie, I would say out of 10, I would give this movie a solid 8. I believe it deserves that. Like I said, there were a few moments that were cringeworthy as far as the acting goes. It's not gory by any means. It's I mean, well, I shouldn't say that. There are a few scenes that they do show, like, I want to say blood and a little bit of gore, but it's like, it's not over the top. It's not overbearing. It's not like a torture movie. You know, there's blood and stuff, but it's not, like I said, yeah, it's not overbearing for anything. They don't overdo it. But yeah, Desolation. Definitely check this one out and tell me what you think. Have you seen it? Let me know in the comments.